Welcome to the Indian Girl Stateside. In today's episode, I will talk about Litecoin and how its price moved up today. Today being the 8th of November 2017. And the second thing that I'd like to cover is the dollar cost averaging and what that means in terms of cryptocurrency. So the first thing that I wanted to cover is Litecoin. Today, the cryptocurrency for Litecoin is finally went up the $60 mark, which essentially the reason behind that was because South Korean exchange Coin1's decision to add Litecoin to its platform, and that's a big deal. So that's great because a lot of folks are looking at Bitcoin as one of the currencies to invest in solely. However, in my opinion, I would recommend looking at other altcoins for investment purposes. Many people have speculated that Bitcoin is in a bubble, and essentially, they recommend looking at other altcoins in order to diversify your portfolio. The um, the next thing that I wanted to cover today is the dollar cost averaging and how that applies to cryptocurrency. So, from a dollar cost averaging perspective, for those that are not familiar with what that means, is it is an investment strategy with the goal of reducing the impact of volatility on large purchases of financial assets such as equities. Dollar cost averaging is also called the constant dollar plan in the US or the pound cost averaging in the UK. And essentially, irrespective of currency, as unit cost averaging on the cost average effect. Why do dollar cost averaging? Number one, there are multiple reasons, but the primary and the number one reason for doing dollar cost averaging is since we are anticipating Bitcoin to go up, it is a great way to invest safely. Cryptocurrency asset class is also underdeveloped as a whole, so people do dollar cost averaging investments in other altcoins that I mentioned earlier, like Litecoin and Ethereum. The disadvantage of doing dollar cost averaging is that your gain can be reduced. For example, if you went all in at a low price or low point, or if you are good enough at day trading to buy low and sell high consistently, your gain can be higher than dollar cost averaging investing. However, considering the reduced risk and effort, DCA advantages outweigh the disadvantages. How to invest using dollar cost averaging? For those that are using Coinbase, Coinbase, as an example, has the option to do recurring purchases that essentially would allow you to do or to take advantage of dollar cost averaging. Let me give you two examples of investments. One is a lump sum investment, and the other one is through dollar cost averaging. So, say for instance, from a lump sum example, you invest $12,000 as a lump sum at the beginning of the year, and this is a hypothetical example. And at that point, the cost of, say, for instance, a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin is at $100. So, in a sense, you have purchased 120 Bitcoins. At the end of the year, the price of Bitcoin goes up to $150. Once again, this is just a hypothetical example, just to kind of prove my point around the dollar cost averaging. In that instance, you would have made $18,000. So essentially, you would have made a good rate of return. The other option is the dollar cost averaging. In this case, say for instance, you do want to invest $12,000, but now you're like, let me invest $1,000 in month one, 1,000 in month two, so on and so forth, 1,000 in month 12. Well, so in the first month, as similar to the first example, you invest $100. I apologize. The cost of a Bitcoin is $100. So in that case, the first month you would have purchased 100 Bitcoins. Month two, you invest the same amount, $1,000, and now say for instance the price of Bitcoin goes up. So in that case, the amount of Bitcoins that you would have purchased changes. Month three, say for instance, the price goes down compared to months one and two. In that case, the number and the amount of Bitcoins you would have purchased changes. So at the end of month 12, all in all, on an average, you would have made more. So that's kind of the example of dollar cost averaging versus a lump sum amount. Now, you with dollar cost averaging, you can reduce market risk and build your Bitcoin investments or other investments over time, regardless of where the market is going. I just wanted to point out that this is definitely not a financial advice by any means. I would highly recommend that you read blogs, articles that are out there around dollar cost averaging, as well as view other YouTube channels as well, so that you can make a wise decision around your investments. Once again, thank you so much for visiting the Indian Girl Estate site channel, and I do encourage you to click on the thumbs up button below if you do like this channel and this episode, and also do subscribe. Also, please look at the information below on how to basically take advantage of the Genesis referral service. So, thank you so much for listening to this episode, and have a great evening.